Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Red Bull, Adidas, Nike. These are names that are firmly embedded in all of our minds. Iconic brands in every sense of the word. Their fame is so vast that there's no one on earth from east to west who hasn't heard of them. Yet every year, every season, and even at every major global event, you'll see these brands making new ads with fresh ideas. Huge competitions occur between them. Who can create the most impactful ad that will leave a lasting impression in people's minds? They continuously perfect their advertisements, tailoring them to suit each country in which they are aired. But the question remains, what drives them to spend millions, if not billions, on advertising when they are already so famous? Welcome to our channel. In this episode of Unlocking Curiosity, we'll answer the question, why do big companies still advertise, even though we all know them? But before we start, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss an update. Let's first agree that there are multiple reasons why such large, well-known companies continue to invest millions of their revenue in advertising. In 1984, an alkaline water product emerged as the first alkaline beverage in China, alongside carbonated drinks, and it was called Jianli Bao, meaning Eastern Magic Water. It became somewhat of a miracle in the local beverage market in China. At that time, it was the official drink for Chinese athletes, and its fame grew even more after the Los Angeles Olympics. The reason behind this success was the company's brilliant advertising at that time, which helped it dominate the Chinese beverage market. In 1997, the company's sales reached about $1 billion. To give you an idea of how enormous this number is, it was more than the combined sales of Pepsi and Coca-Cola within China that year. The orange bottle of Jianli Bao remains a nostalgic symbol for anyone who grew up in China in the 1980s. What's truly amazing is that despite this spectacular success, over time, especially in the early 2000s, many people stopped hearing about the drink altogether. The decline of Jianli Bao is a bit complex and can't be attributed to just one factor. However, one of the key reasons was that the company, after seeing its huge sales numbers, believed it no longer needed advertising because everyone already knew the product, and it had become a lifestyle for people. So, why spend millions on advertising? They stopped advertising, and this was a major reason why a well-known brand began to fade away. By fading, I don't mean that the company shut down. It still continues to produce, and the product is still sold and found on shelves next to Coca-Cola and Pepsi. However, the number of consumers choosing Jianli Bao now is almost negligible because the vast majority of soda drinkers are young people. And for young people who never saw ads for Jianli Bao, the brand name doesn't stir any feelings or even curiosity to try it. German psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus explains that forgetting something or a product quickly is entirely natural. When we first encounter something, our memory is at its peak, but over time and without constant reminders, the memory starts to fade and eventually enters the realm of oblivion. All well-known companies and brands are aware of this principle, which is why they go to great lengths to cement their brand name in the memory of every target audience. Whether the advertisement is on TV or social media, the key for them is to repeat the product's name. Anyone who watches TV closely will notice that certain products are advertised continuously, almost like an essential part of the program or show itself. Even if you think that products like Pepsi, Lay's, and Coca-Cola have become a way of life and we all know them, this doesn't mean that if the ads for these brands stopped completely and a new competing product appeared relying on ads, you wouldn't start leaning towards the new product, simply because you hear its name more and see its images everywhere. One of the famous theories regarding advertising is the classic advertising theory, which divides the audience into three categories: consumers who are interested in the product, casual consumers, and those who are not interested at all. An advertisement must include two important elements: first, information, and second, persuasion. These are targeted at individuals who don't consume the product, and the goal of the ad is to convince them, either by showcasing how this product stands out from others, or how important it is for their life, and using many different advertising methods to ultimately convince someone who has never consumed the product before to become one of its main consumers. For consumers with varying degrees of interest, The theory insists that advertising should focus on reminder and reinforcement. That is, the ad should cement the product's name, price, varieties, and so on in the consumer's memory. The advantage of the casual consumer, who falls somewhere between a regular consumer and someone who doesn't consume the product, is that they are easily influenced by all brands without loyalty to one over another. They drink Pepsi and Coca-Cola, eat from McDonald's and KFC, and wear Nike and Adidas. Therefore, the role of advertising becomes crucial because this type of consumer has so many choices. Each company, therefore, strives to secure a place in the consumer's memory so that it becomes the first choice when they're hungry, thirsty, or need something for their home. Interestingly, there's a simple method that attracts a very large number of people: the use of media and celebrities. Many people buy Adidas because the person advertising Adidas is Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. Others drink Pepsi because the celebrity in the Pepsi ad is their favorite. This strategy can even extend beyond human celebrities and include characters from parallel worlds, such as child celebrities and cartoon shows. A child might choose to eat at McDonald's rather than KFC simply because they like the toy offered with the McDonald's meal and always see their favorite characters alongside their meal. The child then insists and nags their parents until they buy it for them. Companies strategically plan their ads around this, whether the celebrity is a real person, a cartoon character, or even from outer space. As long as it grabs attention and attracts customers, there's no issue for them. This section is filled with examples of how every brand strives to continuously reach all consumers, whether they're interested in the product or not. As a result, many consumers begin to feel a sense of pride in using a particular brand, eating at a specific place, or drinking a certain beverage. Surely you've met someone who only drinks Pepsi and refuses to drink Coca-Cola. If you drink Coca-Cola, they'll insist that Pepsi is better, as if they were partners with the company. This is exactly what the company tries to do. They aim to make you feel like you're part of something bigger, an important consumer in their brand's community. Now here's a question that comes to mind. Why do big companies still advertise on TV more than on social media, even though we all spend so much time on social media? The truth is, this issue has another aspect. One of the main reasons why large companies never forgo advertising on television, alongside other platforms, is because TV audiences are constrained and lack the freedom of choice. TV viewers are engrossed in a single program or show, and during commercial breaks, they are forced to watch the ads and focus on them as they're waiting for the next part of the show. They don't have the luxury of skipping ads, unlike on social media. The ad will be seen whether they want to or not. This is, of course, in contrast to social media ads, where viewers are exposed to ads for only a few seconds and can skip them at will. In conclusion, there's one more point related to TV ads. The number of TV viewers is still much higher compared to social media users. Regardless of technological advances and the rise of social media, TV will continue to have a substantial and important audience. Ultimately, TV ads will always have a stronger psychological impact compared to those on social media. The best proof is that you still remember the ads that aired on television during your childhood. And that's it for today's episode, where we answered the question, why do big companies still make ads, even though we all know them? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and click the bell to receive our videos as soon as they're uploaded. See you in the next episode.